Hello everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different for my first video on the upcoming updates with the Prophet and the Warlock DLC. As a lot of people noticed during some of the live streams, they have actually added a few new settlements onto the world of Mortal Empires. The Vortex campaign got some little tweaks as far as how many ritual locations there are, but they didn't get any new settlements. But I wanted to start with this because I think seeing the Mortal Empires get expanded and having more settlements added is probably one of the most exciting things for the game in general, just because it's more territory to fight over. It allows more factions, especially among the AI, to contest over more land without wiping each other out. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. First, down here in Talabecland, we have two new settlements. It used to just be Kemperbad and Talabheim, but now you can see we have Krugenheim and Kappelberg, which are two brand new settlements that have been added to make this a 4-settlement province, which is also going to make the faction of Talabecland notably more powerful due to just the sheer volume of more buildings and stronger economy they'll have access to. Meanwhile, the much poorer province of Ostermark, which is led by the same faction at the beginning of the game, also has two new settlements. They used to just have Essen and Beckhofen, but now they have the ruins of Mordheim, the legendary city from long ago in the Empire. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have any unique structures available for it yet, which is a little bit of a shame, but perhaps it might have a unique signature once a player captures it. But we do have Mordheim at long last. I'm super excited just to even have it in the game. And of course they can add unique buildings to it later if they'd like. And it even looks like it's kind of a warpstone ruin as opposed to the more typical kind. And the other settlement that they start in control of is Nagenhof. Nagenhof? But so, anyway, so both Ostermark and Talabecland are now 4 settlement provinces, which is going to help out those AI factions significantly and also give players more land to contest over. I think the most interesting thing about this is, if I had to guess why this is being done, it's probably in response to the strength of the vampire counts, when they tend to easily kind of walk over these provinces and conquer all of this land and become a really annoying early game threat, especially if the AI is controlling the Empire, which you can see I'm controlling the Empire in this instance. But I'm hoping that with these new settlements, they might be able to put up a better fight or live a little longer. But in any event, always exciting to see some new settlements in the Empire. So both of these provinces are now much more filled out. Meanwhile, over in the lands of Bretonnia, we have a new orc fortress, Massive Orkel. So this is a new mountain terrain settlement. It is a single province capital, which I always love seeing. And it's the Greenskin headquarters in Bretonnia. So no longer will Lewin Leoncoeur be able to run over to Grungzent and one-shot it over, 5 turns and kill, all the Greenskin influence in Bretonnia. Now there is a very substantially powerful orc force here in Massive Orkel that will actually build up rather quickly, and they can be a notable threat to Paravon or Bordelot, or even Carcassonne. So if you're playing as either the Fey Enchantress or Alberic, you can actually find greenskins in your territory that are threatening. And if you're suffering from that Bretonnian penalty, the greenskin raids, where you suffer massive public order penalties until you wipe out a greenskin settlement, you can either wait for 20 turns until the greenskin raids subsist, or if you're feeling particularly brave, you can march out and destroy this settlement, and that will cause the event to end early. And it also gives Skarsnik another interesting ally nearby. Meanwhile, of course, we do have Ikit Claw over here at Skavenblight, so he is a massive threat due to the sheer volume of buildings at his disposal. So if you're playing Belegar, good luck. There is a lot of new enemies around, but hopefully the Empire will be a little bit stronger now that they have more settlements available. And the last place worth really looking at is the starting location for Tic-Tac-Toe, who of course is controlled by the AI here. and he starts in a brand new province, the Western Jungles, which are over here right on the edge of Araby, giving a little bit more jungle terrain out, well, not terrain, but jungle theme outside of just the Kingdom of Beasts in the Southlands jungle. We have the Western Jungles, which have you can see a little bit of trees kind of coming through. These are desert terrain to kind of match with the area, but Tic-Tac-Toe starts in charge of Tlaqua, and then he has another minor settlement here. But if you were worried about losing settlements here, don't be. The dwarves still have all 3 of these mountain areas. The Great Desert of Araby got shifted around a little bit, but all 4 settlements are still here. And then Sunberg got squished in a little bit here, but he is still completely surrounding this lovely little lake of his. Or I think that's technically the ocean, it just doesn't have the connecting bit here. So they didn't physically add new terrain onto the Mortal Empires map. More what they did was just kind of shift some places around to fit in some new settlements that fit very, very nicely and look great. I also love that, look at that, because this is a Lizardman area with Tic-Tac-Toe, you actually have Lizardman architecture here in the desert, which is pretty awesome. So that does it. I looked over most of the rest of the world, and I didn't see anything that looked like any more new provinces, but I mean, that alone is that's 2 new provinces with Massive Oracle in the Western Jungles, and then 4 new additional settlements over here in Talabekland and Ostermark. So I just wanted to make a short little video talking about that, and don't pay attention to any of this. I'm using a no fog of war mod to allow me to easily see all this information and just kind of scout out the map, but it does kind of open up all this random wild space, but ignore this. This is all just placeholder nonsense. In any event, I hope you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek at lands you're going to be conquering in just a few days. I think for players, Lizardman fans, and especially Empire or Bretonnian / Greenskin fans, those are all really, really exciting changes. They're going to make Greenskins in the West much more survivable and interesting, at least to a notable extent, and it's of course going to make, hopefully, the Eastern Empire a much more interesting area for the likes of Ungrim Iron Fist, the Vampire Counts, the Von Karsteins, and of course the Empire. So hope you guys enjoyed that little peek there. I will of course have released some other videos simultaneously with this one showing off new campaign footage and yada yada yada. So hope you all have a great day. Just wanted to throw this one out there because I imagine not a lot of people are going to be talking about it right away, and I know some of you really, really love map updates if you're anything like me. And that, children, was the moment where Sotek realized that he kind of needs this video to go over 10 minutes, because that's, you know, kind of the rules around here, because YouTube is stupid and requires us to talk for certain amounts of time. And looking at this video, I realized that I only got 8 minutes and 20 seconds out of showing off the new provinces and regions on the map. So if that's all you came to this video for, like the title card suggested, I would recommend you go watch another video at this point, because I have nothing more to contribute to this conversation. I'm essentially just going to kind of talk and burn time for about a minute and a half, but I don't want you to think that it's because there's actually genuinely interesting things being said. It's instead because I have to reach that 10-minute mark, or I can't put ads in this video and, you know, try and make a living off of my living. But I'm not going to lie to you guys and pull a stupid stunt like a lot of people do, where they're like, oh, I'm going to pretend like I'm talking about something important. But on a side note of, I guess something I can actually kind of ramble about is that I am very, very glad they're adding more settlements to the map. It's really, really exciting to me personally. And I think Massive Oracle was the biggest deal to me, because the fact that CA is showing that they're willing to carve out mountains to put in new settlements is super, super exciting. Like, that, it has such awesome potential to give us all sorts of crazy new settlements all over the map. Maybe make the World's Edge Mountains a little more densely populated. Maybe give us some Skaven in the World's Edge Mountains. Maybe give us some Skaven in Bretonnia. You know, stuff like that. And, oh, look, we've hit 10 minutes. Okay, I can stop talking now. Okay, thanks, bye.